Jazzy wants in. Good day, everybody. It's Frankyrose and Crime and Justice once again.
Good to see everybody. Glad you're here.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you, Alice. Thank you, Jess. So I thought maybe, I don't know if you guys have seen the presser, the last one on Monkey. I personally haven't, so I thought maybe we could go through it, and if anybody wants me to stop anywhere to discuss a point or something, let me know. What do you think, Crime and Justice? How are you doing?
I'm good. Check what's going on with your stream because it's playing the press conference and we're not added.
Oh, so look at that. It was. Is that better?
No, we're still not there.
Oh, I see. Oh, I'm so glad everyone's got patience with me. Okay, it's giving the countdown.
Hold on.
You guys are so awesome. Thank you for having the patience with me being a rookie. I couldn't do it without Crime and Justice, that's for sure.
There we are. There we are. Okay, we're there now. Okay, I didn't know what was going on there for a second. I was confused.
So up top, it's giving a live countdown now. Is that, did I do something wrong there? Was I supposed to do that earlier?
No, that's how long you've been live. I mean,
gotcha.
It stays up there.
It's not a countdown. It's going up. Okay. Yeah. Crime and Justice has been like my saving grace, as you can see. I'll get there. But yeah, I really enjoyed my discussions with Crime and Justice. She's got a lot of knowledge in there. So do you guys want to go through this? I'm thinking I'd like to. I haven't seen it. So let me know if you want to stop.
All right, hit it full screen and make sure your audio is on.
Is the audio okay?
Is he supposed to be saying something right now? Because I'm not hearing anything.
I don't think they're talking.
Okay.
I just hear kids in the background.
Okay, I was going to say, because I don't hear anything on my end, so I don't know.
Can you hear that at all? It's very low.
No, did you, when you shared that screen, did you share audio? Did you click the button to share audio?
Let me see here. How do I?
Okay, stop sharing for a second. Stop sharing and then re-add it. Make sure you've got your button to share screen audio on.
Okay, did that? Okay, stop screen.
Yeah, stop screen and then.
Did I do? How's that working?
Let's see. Hit play and see what it does. Nope. Hold on a second. I got you. Just 1 second.
Almost 5 minutes. I'm sorry, guys.
We'll get it together, I promise. We're gonna get it together one of these days. Okay. Share my screen. Share my screen. We'll play it. I'll play it from my side. It's fine.
Okay. No.
It threw me out.
Are you back?
Out.
Okay. Am I sharing? Are you there?
I'm here, but you got to share screen on the one next to my box at the bottom.
Hmm.
You can see it at the very bottom.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. All right, you ready?
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Yes.
I'm gonna turn on closed captions because I know the audio was really low on their press conferences, so hopefully that'll help.
Thank you. Are your headphones connected to your speaker by chance? Yeah, they are.
That's probably the problem then.
Okay, so do I hook it into my computer in the back somewhere?
There should be a
Okay,
connection on the side of your
Good afternoon,
computer.
everybody. I just wanted to start by thanking the media for being here. We can't thank you enough for
Let us know if y'all can hear it,
continuing
okay?
your coverage of this case.
I know the volume's low,
As
that's
we
why I
know how
turned on the
much it's
captions.
impacted this community,
Feedback?
family. So thank you all for being here. I want to start out with some introductions today. Obviously, I'm going to shorten it up because we have quite a few people representing here today. And I'm going to start over here with my FPD staff. I've got Sheriff Andy Creech with the Payette County Sheriff's Office. I've got Chief
It's
Gary
gone.
Marshall with the Payette City Police Department. And I've got Chief
It should be
Mike
good now.
Eway
I fixed
from
it.
the Ontario Police Department.
Yay!
To my left here, I've got Captain Sire Armstrong with FPD. I've got Kerry Gordon with the Washington. Cam what? Sahota. I'm sorry, Cam. Cam Sahota with Camway Transportation. Brandy, Tyler, and Bob, the Vaughan family here with us today. So thank you. Sorry about that, Cam. I'd just like to quickly cover the context of this case. And I know I do it every time, but we may have some new listeners and some people just kind of tuning into this thing as it's huge. So since the evening of July 27th, 2021, the Fruitland Police Department, the Idaho State Police, the FBI, Idaho law enforcement agencies, and law enforcement agencies across the country have investigated the disappearance of then 5-year-old Michael Vaughan. We haven't stopped. Every day we have unfinished business, and our investigation remains very, very active. We know that Michael Joseph Vaughan was last seen near his residence on Southwest 9th Street at approximately 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday, July 27th of 2021. Law enforcement received the first 911 call at approximately 7:21 p.m. and we issued an endangered missing person alert to the area and to area residents seeking the community to help be on the lookout. Information was sent to the law enforcement nationwide through the National Crime Information Center regarding Michael's disappearance, and he was entered into the State of Idaho Missing Persons Clearinghouse and National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. The Fruitland Police Department, Payette Police Department, Payette County Sheriff's Office, and over 100 law enforcement officers and from federal and state local agencies converged on our small town of Fruitland that night. Physical search efforts were conducted by experts from the Idaho Fish and Game, the Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue, National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, both Fruitland and Sand Hollow Fire Departments, and immense citizen help. Our search included over 3,000 acres of farm ground, 29 miles of riverbank along the Snake River, 250 residential homes, outbuildings, septic tanks, garbage cans, vehicles, irrigation ditches, and drain canals. We used fixed-wing aircraft, helicopters, sophisticated drones. We used boats, sonar, specialized canines,
Check the private
kayaks,
chat.
and paragliders. We serve
I'm
over
sorry?
30 search warrants
Check the
and we
private
continue
chat.
to review hundreds of hours of security and other data. And we've logged tens of thousands of hours and as we continue to work this case. Our department has processed over 1,200
Okay, how do
leads,
I find that?
many of which we've been able to clear, many of which we are still working on. We've had a lot of law enforcement across the entire country and internationally help us chase down some of these leads. I'd like to note that after a year-long thorough investigation, the family is not a focus of our investigation at this point. They are continuing to fully cooperate with us.
I'm gonna stop it right there for just a second, y'all. Do I need to
Welcome,
play that part
Brandy.
again? Did you catch what they said? The family is not a focus of this investigation.
You betcha.
I'm so glad that they came out and they said that.
Yeah.
Because now people can leave the family alone as far as that goes.
You betcha. You
Leave the
betcha.
family alone and get back to trying to find Michael.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because I see people all the time that want to go after Brandy and Tyler, and it's not fair. It's not right.
No, it's not.
I
don't
get
know.
it. I get it. There are a lot of cases where that is the situation, and we see it. There's a lot of cases where the family and the parents, are somehow involved, but that is not this.
Yeah, exactly.
That is not this at all, and people can now move on and focus. Exactly, Alice. Move on and focus on what's important.
Exactly. Exactly.
Keeping Michael's name out there and
His face.
doing everything we can to bring him home.
Exactly. Exactly. They focus.
There's no reason to keep attacking the family.
And that seems to be something that happens to a lot of these families, and it's really disgusting. I don't know how people like to get wrapped up in this kind of drama, but it's unfair. It takes the highlight or spotlighting monkey away. People just totally divert all of their attention into all of this fiction, forgetting that there is literally, it's a family. It's not a story. It's a family.
Exactly.
And
I mean, and it's not about attacking people, and it never should be.
never should be. No.
I mean,
No.
if you're going to be a voice for the missing, then you have to keep them your main focus.
That's right. That's right.
Never at any point has Brandy or Tyler ever been a suspect
No,
in Michael's
exactly.
disappearance.
No. And
There's
people,
nothing that would support that, and I don't know why people won't let that go.
exactly. Exactly. People want to compare this case to the Summer Wells case, and that's apples and oranges. Two totally different situations, and I don't know how people don't see that. They have their children. Nobody else.
Every case is different, and every case needs to be
Absolutely.
treated differently. You can't just
100%.
automatically assume, okay, well, their child's missing, they must be guilty. No,
Right?
you can't do that.
And what they've done to Tyler, I can't even imagine. Do you know how bad he must feel? Like he's going to put stuff on himself, let alone all the shit that gets flying around to make him feel worse. Like they seem like a very strong team. They take care of themselves, they take care of their families, and they're doing a really good job now at getting away from the bullshit,
Definitely. I mean, I cannot put into words how strong they are
Absolutely.
as a family, as parents. I can't imagine being put in that situation.
No, No. Yeah. Well, and the main thing is let's get Michael home. You know, I'm happy with the way this presser's going. They're clearing up some misconceptions.
I've always liked the way Fruitland is done. I mean, we see a lot of cases where the police department doesn't really seem like they're giving it their full attention, and they don't seem like they're doing everything they can. But I really feel
Mhm.
that this police department, even being a small police department, are going
Mhm.
above and beyond. They are
And it's
definitely leaving no stone unturned.
and they're working as a team with the family, with other jurisdiction. Oh,
Jurisdictions,
my
yeah,
mouth is
that's all right.
um, oh, yeah. But yeah, they've got a lot of outside help, and they are continuing to ask for more help. You know, unlike some other cases that we know, they're all like you said, every case is different. You know,
It
you
is.
can't, yeah,
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 you can't group everybody into the same bubble just because they have a miss. You know what I'm saying? Just because this family
absolutely,
has a missing child, this family has a missing child. That's the only thing they have in common, is that they both
exactly.
have a child that's missing.
Yeah, in that scary club,
I
you
mean,
know,
other than that, you can't just automatically assume that somebody's guilty just because their child is missing. You can't do
that's
that.
it. That's it. You know, and same thing, but a little bit older. Kids that are considered runaways. I don't quite know how law enforcement goes, oh, they're just run away. To me, that's like great big lights saying danger, danger, danger. It
Right. I
doesn't
mean,
mean,
that's a whole nother ball game that needs to be tackled differently.
isn't that right? Isn't that right?
I mean, just because a kid voluntarily walks away from their home doesn't mean they're not in danger.
And to me, it's basically, I mean, unless there's something going on in the house, but to me, that's just basically great big alerts and horns and bells saying danger, danger, danger. Because no young child who leaves the house without family support, knowing where they're at, is in danger.
Exactly. I mean, anytime you don't know where a child is, that's an issue.
That's right. I agree with you. And it doesn't matter the circumstances.
No,
Do you think we
but
could replay that one part where they make it very clear that they can back off the family now?
And we've logged
Thank
tens
you.
of thousands of hours and
that's it.
as we continue to work this case. Our department has processed over 1,200 leads, many of which we've been able to clear,
Did I not go
many
back
of
far
which
enough?
we are still working on. We've had a lot of law enforcement across the entire country and internationally help us chase down some of these leads. I'd like to note that after a year-long thorough investigation, the family is not a focus of our investigation at this point. They are continuing to fully cooperate with us in all of our efforts from the investigation standpoint. Today, as members of this community, we continue to agonize with the family, and we continue to dedicate our resources to bringing Michael home safely. We believe that the continued distribution of this story will generate more attention and more tips and help us get this thing, get some resolution to this case. So there's no tip that's too small or benign that we won't investigate. With the help of Tanea Parmenter with the Idaho State Police, we're excited to partner with the Washington State Patrol's Homeward Bound program and Camway Transportation to carry Michael's information across the country on semi-trailers like the one I have behind me. We know that exposure along the interstates and highways and the roads of this country will help bring new leads and potentially help us.
I wish more trucking companies would do that.
So at this time, I'd like
Doesn't
to introduce
cost them
Carrie
much.
Gordon. She's with the Washington State Patrol, and she's going to be talking a bit about the Homeward Bound program and our exciting new
We could
partnership.
get more trucking companies
Carrie?
to do that, more city bus systems.
Thank you, Chief.
Absolutely.
That would
As
be
the Chief
getting these
mentioned, I
cases
work for
out
the
there
Washington
to
State
so
Patrol. I
many more
manage the
people.
Yeah,
Citizens Clearinghouse,
absolutely.
and I'm the Amber Alert Coordinator for
Absolutely.
Washington State. I'm essentially Tanea's counterpart in Washington. So the Homeward Bound program was actually started by the late Trooper Renee Paget. She sadly lost a battle with blood cancer a couple of years ago, but this program was Renee's vision, and it was brought to fruition in 2006 with then Gordon Transportation. With Gordon, the program featured, at one time, there were 27 children featured in the program. And each child had between 3 and 5 trailers traveling around the country with Gordon at the time. So a lot of exposure for these cases, and a lot of tips and a lot of new information generated for these cases for law enforcement. And that's our goal. So I'm here to continue with Renee's passion. And so we're very excited to be able to partner with Idaho and bring some more attention to Michael's case and to help his family spread the word and get information out about Michael. So to us, the important part of this entire program is the coordination and partnerships that we have with all of the various law enforcement agencies that are represented up here, as well as Idaho State Police, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and our various states' clearinghouses that border your state here. The trailers behind me are going to be seen by millions of travelers on highways around the country. And so imagine how many eyes are going to see this trailer as it travels throughout its journey. And this is one of what will be eventually 3 trailers that will feature Michael and Cam, who's going to speak right after me here shortly. And his company have committed to this program for as long as it takes and for as many trailers as we need to bring attention to these missing child cases around the country. It's a fantastic partnership. We're very proud of what we're doing. And I just want to ensure the families and law enforcement that we are not going to stop. That is what we do. That is why we do what we do every single day. I've been doing this particular job for 10 years. I've been with the patrol for 31 years. And this is the most important job I've ever had. And the importance is that these are our children. These are kids. And they're our most valuable asset that we have in our communities, and we need to make sure that we provide them with the most attention that we can give them and bring them home to their families who are waiting for them every single day, every minute. So I'd like to introduce Cam Sahota. He is the owner of Camway Transportation, and he has been a very valuable partner to me. And I also want to recognize Cam's wife, Harneet, who is not here today, but she's been my logistics contact and to help me get these trailers on the road and to get them at events like this today. So, Cam?
Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Chief. Camway Transportation is a trucking company and freight brokers based up in Blaine, Washington. And since we started the company in 2008, we've always been centered around giving back to the communities we serve. And when the opportunity to be part of the Homeward Bound program was presented to us, I thought it was an amazing opportunity and something that really aligned with our values as a company. And moving freight and moving trucks down the road is something we do on a day in, day out basis. But being able to do a little more, a little extra, give families hope, bring awareness through the featuring children on the side of our trailers is something that's near and dear to myself, my wife, my other partner, our whole company. We think it's an amazing cause, and we bring additional hope, and we think that there's through this awareness that we can assist these different agencies that are working very hard to try to help the families and bring kids home. So we're really, really excited to be part of this, and just the hope it gives everybody. You know, it's a big world. We're all parents, and anything that we can do, anything we can do to bring awareness, anything we can do to bring hope to these families is, I think it's worth its weight in gold. So we're very thankful to be here today and be part of this program, and we want to thank everybody for coming out and the media to bring additional awareness to this, and Idaho State Patrol and Fruitland Police Department and all the other agencies mentioned, Washington State Patrol, for doing this and going above and beyond. So thank you.
Thanks, Cam. I'd just like to follow up, Cam. I just want to tell you how thankful we are and grateful for your continued generosity and your involvement in this case. I appreciate your long-standing partnership with Homeward Bound, and it's an incredible program. And I think it's really going to help us, and I can't thank you enough. To the Vaughan family, this has been an extremely long and emotional road. You don't walk that road alone, right? So I could never fathom how you and your family have suffered. However, I assure you that the Fruitland Police Department will continue to earnestly investigate this case. And everyone here today is a part of your community and a part of your family. We will never stop looking. You need to know that. And so with that, I'll take a few questions if you guys have any for me. Go ahead.
Can you elaborate a little on where the trucks will be traveling?
I think I'm going to defer that to Carrie or Cam.
Yeah. So the trucks will be traveling all over. Okay. Sorry, I'm back. The trucks will be traveling all over the U.S. and Canada, but our primary routes are the western 7 states. And so this particular unit is on its way to Denver, Colorado after our unveiling today, and we'll probably come back through Idaho again after Denver, back to Washington.
Wow.
Yes. Arizona and Colorado. Yes. Thank you.
That is awesome. That is
Yeah.
awesome. That is so many different states and so many different eyes that are going to be on Michael.
Right. Exactly.
I love that.
Exactly.
I love
Yeah,
that.
Yeah. And it wouldn't be a bad idea. Like I don't know if they still do it, but in these jails, make the cards again
Yeah,
with
I don't
missing
think any
kids.
other companies do it or
Right.
any scale
Mhm.
that we're aware of, but we think that it's a wonderful idea, and it's good. It's good to get the word out, and we're going to continue, as Carrie mentioned, to spread the word and commit 100% to the program.
And I had one more actually. So is this the first time, Cam, that you all have done this, or have you worked on other cases before as well?
So right
Yeah,
now,
Pedals, I
there's
think that's a good
15
idea.
trailers, including this one trailer.
Walmart,
there's
Amazon,
7
those are
different
both
children that are
great
are
companies to
featured.
start with.
Right now.
Absolutely.
In the
Absolutely.
next month, there'll be 2 more trailers that feature this, yes, Michael's picture. There'll be 2 more trailers, exact replica to this.
And how many years have you been doing this for?
We started this in 2018, I believe.
Okay.
Wow.
And we'll be happy to continue to expand the program.
Right. And are these trailers going to carry
Nice.
typical cargo, or are these dedicated to getting the message out?
No, they do. Our company mainly specializes in food and retail. Right now, this trailer is full of ice cream. It's destined to Denver, Colorado.
That's awesome.
Right?
And
Absolutely. Amazing.
Look at the picture.
I know, eh? Exactly. Yeah, having his ice cream.
Michael having his ice cream on the side of an ice cream truck. That
It-
is awesome. That is
Absolutely.
awesome. I love it. I love that.
I
And
think
that they're going to get that out to so many different states. That is great.
Oh, I totally agree. And like I'm seeing some really good ideas in the chat as far as other people to possibly contact, even if we have to guilt them into it.
Oh, I have no problem with that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
For
going to help
for,
you.
for getting the faces of the missing out there.
Yeah.
I've got no problem. I will guilt them. I will aggravate them. I will annoy them until they can't say no to me any longer. I will do whatever I got to do. So,
I have
I mean-
no doubt.
I mean, we could start with just reaching out to them and, having a polite discussion. But if, that's
Yeah.
not doing the trick, we can always try other avenues,
Exactly.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
think, Amazon is definitely going to be a big one. If we could get Amazon to get on board with it.
Do you guys have like FedEx or anything along those lines?
Yeah, FedEx, UPS.
Okay, yeah. I don't know what they've
But
got.
being that they're more like a government entity, I don't know if
Oh, are they? Okay.
yeah, I don't know if they necessarily would do that, but
Well,
Amazon definitely. I mean, they're everywhere. You
absolutely.
you see Amazon trucks everywhere.
You sure do. You sure do.
So if we could get even 4 or 5 of their trucks
Mm-hmm.
to put Michael's face on them,
Yeah.
that would be amazing.
And we used to have to redo the side of our truck if we went from one company to the next. And the stencil, it's not that much money and it's a write-off.
Right.
So, there's really no reason why these big companies can't dedicate a few out of their fleets, you
Yeah,
know?
I mean, and even if it's only for like a limited time, it's better than nothing.
Absolutely. And then you know what? Rotate. Then go back. Keep a space there. Just you don't need to be advertising the beautiful hills of Yuckity Tuckity Yuck Duck or something. Use
Right.
that space for something that's positive.
Right. I mean, if they could, if they don't want to dedicate the entire trailer, just like you said, just give us a section. That's all we're asking.
Absolutely. And the back is the best spot. It's the most seen. When you're
Right.
passing these guys, you're not really paying attention as much unless they're
Yeah. I mean, but
parked.
if you're sitting behind them in traffic, you've got no choice but to look at it.
Exactly. And everybody's looking at it. You
Right.
know, that's my thoughts anyways. But I
Yeah. Checking
Mhm.
convictions. Yeah, it is. I do know it costs money for them to do that, but you're talking about multi-billion-dollar companies.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if they truly wanted to help, they can find a way that they can do it as a charitable
Mhm.
thing, and they can write it off on their taxes, and they'll get reimbursed for it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I guarantee you, a company like Amazon knows every loophole in the business.
And there's another great idea.
Even making some of those magnetic signs you put on cars, right?
Right?
That's a good idea too.
It is. You know, person should almost get together with a few people and get some ideas and just give her. Everyone take,
Yep.
we'll all just take 3 or 4 of
And
us.
actually,
Mhm.
Becky, thank you for that, because I think I can totally make that happen.
Yeah. See,
I
perfect.
I think I can. I'm going to definitely look into it, and I think I can totally make that happen.
Nice.
If nothing,
Nice.
if nothing else, I will have them printed up myself and send them out to people
Oh
to,
my
to put to
goodness.
put on their vehicles.
Don't forget to subscribe to Crime and Justice. What is it?
I know.
Subscribe, like, and
I
share, please.
I know a company that does that. A company that will make magnets and posters and bumper stickers and whatever else you need to get made. I don't know how much
Nice.
I don't know how much it'll cost, but I'll figure it out. I'm not worried about
Okay.
it.
And
I'm not worried about it. I can have some of them printed up, and we can start sending them out to people.
I'll help you with the
And
cost. I'll help you with the cost with that.
it's not necessary, but I mean, if you want to, you can. I mean, I'm going to look into it and see what it would cost, what it's going to cost first,
Okay.
and
Okay.
and we'll go from there. I mean, if I can cover it, I'll cover it.
Okay.
If not,
Okay.
then we'll figure it out. But yeah, that's definitely a good idea. We can get we can get at least if we can get maybe at least a dozen of those out,
Yeah,
that would be great.
absolutely. 100%.
You think they're around $45? That's not too bad. That's not too bad. If it takes $400 or $500 to get Michael's face out there, to get somebody to recognize him and try to bring him home, then it's worth it.
Right?
It's worth it
Yeah.
100 times over. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're
Absolutely.
definitely going to add that to the list of things to do whenever we get off here.
All kinds of different things.
This is for the chief. So if you're partnering with them to get Michael's face out across the U.S., is that because you believe that Michael was taken somewhere outside of Idaho?
I think the best answer for that is we don't know where Michael is at this point. So could he be out of state? Yes. So I think the best way to get Michael's information out there is definitely going to be on these forms of transport that travel from state to state, potentially into other countries. So.
Well, I don't know if you can speak to this, but there's been rumors that Michael's scent was traced near the freeway. Is there anything you can tell us about that?
I'm not going to comment on that.
And at this time, what are their latest message to the public? What's the latest they want the public to know as the search continues?
As we continue this search, the public just needs to know that we want them to be aware and vigilant. I mean, we're still receiving tips on a daily basis. I mean, every day we're getting new tips. And so we do know that the message is getting out there. I just want them to remain vigilant. The last thing we want is for the coverage of this case to fall off. Because Michael's still out there and somebody knows something. Somebody knows something. Either information's been omitted or they're just not bringing it forward. So I would continue to encourage those people that have any idea or have any information that may lead us to the safe return, that they bring that information forward. The reward stands, it's still active. So I'll leave it at that. Any other questions?
Is there like a solid lead right now that you're actively working that looks promising to you?
I hate to be so cagey with my answers, but it is a criminal investigation. I will just tell you that there are a multitude of plausible leads. So, and it's just something that it's a painstaking
awesome.
task.
Exactly what I was
Every
thinking.
single day, we're working this case. So.
Is there any way that you could publicly confirm that Michael was not to your neighbor's door when he went missing, or do you not?
I'm just not going to talk about the details of our investigation. So real quick, if we don't have any more questions, I did want to just take a brief moment and allow Brandy to make a brief statement. I believe she has
That's
something
awesome,
that she would like
Arctic
to say. So I think we'll just take a moment and do that, Brandy.
Thank you for doing that. I love that idea too.
Yeah, absolutely.
You betcha.
Thank you all for being here today for Michael and our family. This is amazing and beautiful, and we want to thank all of you, all of the officers, all of the agencies. You guys have keep working so hard, and we're gonna get him home. We're not gonna stop. We're gonna find him. And every outside agency that's helping, thank you. It's a blessing, and whoever has Michael or knows anything and has information about Michael, please come forward. We need him home. We need our baby. Please. Thank you to the community and extended communities that continue to support our family, and law enforcement, all of the agencies that are helping to bring Michael home. They stand strong and they stand with us, and we stand with them. So if you are seeing this, please, if you know something, please, if you know anything, please say something. You can be anonymous. There's so many avenues. Please, everyone, help us get Michael home. And Monkey, we love you, baby. You're coming home. none of us are going to give up. I promise. Thank you all for being here today.
Thank you, Brandy. So with that, if we don't have any more questions, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. I'd also like to let the my media partners know that we do have a B.
That's heartbreaking.
That is,
Yeah.
it's awesome though. It's awesome though. I love it. I love the fact that they're being as open and transparent as they can be
Exactly.
with what they're doing. We don't see that a lot.
Yeah. No,
You-
don't. No, we certainly don't.
Here lately, we have seen a lot of cases where family is actually having to beg law enforcement for answers.
Yeah.
They have to spend so much of their time begging law enforcement for answers that it leaves them little time, for actually trying to figure out what happened to their missing loved one. And
Oh,
that's
yeah,
sad.
like
That is right.
Jolissa Feuntes, her case.
Yes,
I mean,
just like Jalissa's case,
yeah,
they are begging and pleading and praying with law enforcement to please contact them, let them know what's going on, do something to find their daughter. And
exactly.
I've not, as far as I know, the law enforcement in that case is still not working with that family. They're not doing anything.
Did you hear at all? Did Doug ever find out if that poster went up?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd be really.
I don't know. I don't know that they ever put it up. I mean, honestly, if I lived out there locally, if they didn't put it up, I would go out there and stick one on every one of their police cars.
Absolutely, and fill that window.
Exactly. I would be out there plastering it all over in front of that police department.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's public property. They can't get in trouble for doing it.
Exactly.
Worst case scenario, the police are going to come out there and take them down and ask you to not do that anymore.
Exactly. Yeah,
they can ask you to not do it all day long, but it doesn't mean you can't. Just because it aggravates somebody doesn't mean it's a crime.
Right.
I mean, if aggravating somebody was a crime, I think everybody would be in jail by now. Just saying.
I would be a lifer.
I mean, I'm still fighting with them, trying to get them to even upload her file to NamUs and get her listed in the database as a missing person.
They still haven't done that.
Nope.
Yeah.
They've not done it. They won't reach back out to me. I've emailed, I've called. They won't return my phone calls. They won't do anything.
Oh my goodness.
They're playing the ignore her and she'll go away card. Well, it's not going to work out.
Well, of course, no, and
because I'm sorry, but I don't go away. The longer they ignore me, the madder I get, and the harder I go after them. So there's that.
There's that.
They're not listening to me, but I guarantee you, when I step it up another notch, they'll start listening to somebody.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Unreal, though. I don't understand why they wouldn't be interested in all of this help that's being offered. I don't understand why. I mean, I understand that they've got some people off that are sick, but still, this is a big deal. This isn't someone lost their poodle.
Right.
So I don't understand when they don't communicate, not only like they don't communicate with the families, they don't communicate with the media. A lot of times they don't even share between departments.
We'll see, and that's my whole issue with them not having Jalissa's case listed in the national database.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
If by some chance her vehicle is located in a different state.
Exactly.
the
Mhm.
department that locates that vehicle is going to have to jump through some hoops to try to figure out who it belongs to and that it's attached to a missing person.
Well, and that's the thing. That's the
If they
thing.
have it listed in the database, as soon as they pop that tag number, it's going to come back missing person. Bam, they can get the ball rolling.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That's why I have seen cases before where a person goes missing, ends up their car was found in a different state. It's been sitting in a tow yard for 6 weeks before anybody ever realizes that it belongs to this missing person.
Yeah. And I mean, we know of that happening before.
But because they never got listed in a database and it never got shared out interstate wise from state to state.
You would almost think that this money is coming out of their personal pockets. Do you know what I mean? Like there
Well,
is
see, but that's the thing about it. With listing somebody in that national database, it costs you nothing.
exactly.
All
Exactly. 5 minutes time.
all that it costs you, maybe.
Mhm.
Actually, it's not even going to cost them that. What it's going to cost them is to put a signature on a form that's already been filled out for them and to hit submit on their computer. Bam, they're done. I've already filled the form out for them. I did.
I had no doubt.
I filled the entire form out for them. Every bit of the information on it is correct because it comes straight from their mouths. All I need, Detective Richard, whatever his last name is to log on to NamUs.
Yeah.
Put his little badge number in there.
Yep.
Put his name on it and hit submit.
Is that Alcaraz?
Richard, I want to say Fiona, but I know it's not Fiona. It's Fiones. I can't remember off the top of my head. Let's see here.
Trying to find it. And
Let me find it real quick. But I mean, I've already done all the legwork for him. All he has to do is put his badge number on it and hit the friggin' button. How hard is it? I mean, give me your badge number, dude. I'll do it for you if you're that busy. I'm just saying. Just give me your badge number and let's get it rolling. Figura, Richard Figura.
Okay. He's the second name on the contact?
He is one of the 2 lead detectives on Jolissa's case.
Okay. Okay.
The Matthew Hughes that is listed on her case is out. He's out. Don't know how long. I don't know. I don't know how long he's out for, how long he's going to be out. All I know is that they said that he was
done.
Temporarily out. He was temporarily unavailable.
Okay.
So they're directing everybody to that other guy, the other Figuras.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, he's not willing to cooperate. I'm going to need a little bit of cooperation on his part.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't even understand why they would stand in the way. Nobody's out there. Well, I can't say that nobody's out there, but there's a lot of people with very good intentions and that can actually make a difference. They know things, but they're not even giving these people a chance. Detective Richard Figueroa?
Yes, that's him.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to need him to contact NamUs back and finish filling that file out for me. That'd be appreciated. If he could get on top of that, that'd be good.
Yeah, right.
If he's not too busy out there with his boat and his stick, you know.
And his stick. I couldn't believe that. I could not believe that. A stick.
Well, I mean, I hate to laugh at them because maybe they're doing the best they can.
Oh, a stick.
I mean, that's
yeah. It's just
that's them doing the best they can. You know, it's going to be okay.
yeah, it's nauseating. It's nauseating. I think I have a video of, let me see here, just I'll double check before I, ooh, no.
What did you do?
Well, it says that it's one thing, but then all of a sudden there's these guys beating the crap out of another guy, so I'll have to, I don't want to see that.
Oh, yeah, don't play that.
No, that's no good. Yeah, it says YouTuber dive team joining search for Jolissa Feuntes, and then you click on it, and it's high profile violence on New York subway. Like, oh my word!
Now,
So-
as far as that goes, the latest information I have on that is that they have searched and cleared Avocado Lake.
Yes, Doug Bishop
So
and
they are,
Rin.
you know, positive she's not, her car nor her are located in that lake.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're moving to next. I don't think they've actually. I don't think they're not actually going to publicly release where they've moved to next until they get it cleared. Because I know the family has asked for people to please stay out of the area.
Yeah.
You know, let them do what they've got to do. It's okay if people want to go out there and search right now, but if you see where Adventures with Purpose is at, please back away, stay out of the area, don't get in their way, let them do what they've got to do.
Absolutely. So I've got just, let's see, when is this? Last night, Fresno, California, Doug Bishop and Nick Rin, members of the volunteer dive team called Adventures with Purpose, who are credited with finding the vehicle of 16-year-old Kylie Rodney, along with the teen's body. They arrived in Selma yesterday afternoon, so 2 days ago, to assist with the search for 22-year-old Jolissa Feuntes. It's a process of elimination for us, Doug Bishop said. So far today, we've been able to rule out Avocado Lake. We've spent the last few hours running sonar, and we were able to dive on a target that we identified. The team will continue their search efforts at Pine Lake and Winton Park. As far as Avocado Lake, Nick Rin said it's a lot of growth and a lot of algae weeds on it, 2 to 4 feet tall. So you have to kind of sift through. Hey, maybe that's where the stick comes in. Sift through all the algae so you don't miss anything. The family of Jolissa say they're thankful for the team and that they're there helping. They've been kind enough to come out and help the family out, said Sandra Archuleta, Jolissa's aunt. She said that the disappearance of Jolissa has changed many things in their family. We're a pretty close family already, but it definitely changed a lot of things in our family, she said. We're all on Live 360. We're all on knowing each other's locations, even more so now. Adventures with Purpose specializes in sonar technology to search the waters. They will skim the first area with sonar device. If something is located, they will dive into the water and investigate further. Anyone with information regarding the disappearance of Jolissa Feuntes is asked to call the Selma Police Department at 559-896-2525. So, sounds like they are headed to the dam.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Their next logical place would be. Share my screen. Share my screen. I've got an update.
Okay, let me find you.
Thank you for that, True Crime. All right, ready?
We had spent the last few hours running sonar, and we were able to dive on a target that we identified as well. With this place, right now as it stands, it's completely clear, and it's a process of elimination for us. This was just our first location, and we'll be on methodically on to the next location and the next location and so forth.
And you guys got here yesterday, correct?
Correct. We got into town, I'm going to say it was probably about 7 or 8 o'clock last night.
What
Yeah.
is the terrain like out here versus other terrain you guys have been to in the country?
It's pretty flat, actually, where we're staying. And as far as this lake, it has a lot of growth on it. A lot of kind of algae weeds that are, 2 to 4 feet tall. So you kind of have to sift through all the algae to make sure you don't miss anything.
And Doug, I talked on the phone, but tell us a little bit about Adventures with Purpose.
So at Adventures with Purpose, we are an underwater sonar search and recovery dive team. We travel the nation investigating missing persons cases, particularly those involving a vehicle missing as well. We're able to do this free of charge to families and law enforcement.
What has the welcome been for you guys, like in the community of Selma?
It has been amazing, absolutely amazing. They've provided us several restaurants that are willing to, feed us, and families and people have gave us a hotel room and stocked it with plenty of water and, energy drinks and all kinds of snacks. So it's been absolutely amazing.
So as of now, Jolissa's car is not in Avocado.
Absolutely. Yeah. Avocado Lake was our first point of interest based upon the cell phone data that we received. That cell phone data is pretty vast, but we do know that Avocado Lake, I believe it is Winton, as well as Pine Flat are all within the scope of that cell phone data. So we still have a long ways to go. And there's no for sure thing that her vehicle is underwater. It's only been a couple of weeks, so there's so many possibilities that are still on the table. Our specialty is water, and we're here to rule out the waterways research so that resources that are applied to this case can be efficiently used better elsewhere. We have spent the last few hours.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where they're at right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think they're headed in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, I am fully confident if she is in any of those waterways, they'll find it.
Yes.
They'll find her if she's in there.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, I can't say that I'm 100% confident that she is in fact in there, but at least if she's not, like he said, they can rule that out and they can move on to looking at other avenues where their resources can be better used. I mean, clearly, unfortunately, this police department has limited resources.
Yeah.
So anything they can do to help them to be more efficient with what they do have is greatly appreciated.
Oh, absolutely. And it does sound like the different counties around it are starting to come in and help them a little bit. It's funny because once people find out that AWP might be headed their direction, it gets a few people's butts in gear.
Well, then it does. They definitely know how to, draw attention.
Yeah, motivate a couple agencies.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, because wasn't it Doug that had the footage of the guy with the stick?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my God. That honestly, that's a TikTok moment, if nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, he caught that on his drone footage, but
yeah,
and I know we laugh at it, and it is funny, but to me, it's sad at the same time.
Oh, it is.
It is sad at the same time that we are in 2022 with all the technology in the world, and there are still places, police departments, search teams that don't have access to that technology.
Well, exactly. It seems like if they're not next to an ocean, they don't seem to think they need it. They probably don't have to use it that often, right?
Yeah, I mean, and that could be a factor. Maybe a lot of these smaller police departments, and I'm sure the smaller police departments don't get nowhere near the funding that your police departments in your bigger cities have.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
So maybe when they're trying to weigh out what is needed versus what they can manage without,
Mm-hmm.
it's one of those situations where we we don't, maybe they don't have that many people that potentially go missing in the water around there.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. That's
So
kind of what
so
I'm
they're
thinking.
like, okay, well, we don't really have that many, but we have a lot of this going on, so we should put more money toward, this over here versus that.
Right, right. When they're in areas like I don't know how close this is to one of the oceans, but it seems if they're fairly close to an ocean, they should be fairly prepared because along with that comes a lot of lakes and rivers and things like that. But if they're interior, you know, there's not really a lot of waterways, so I can see. But maybe instead of putting it towards people's pay increases, they could buy themselves a little bit better equipment and get trained a little bit better. Especially, like I say, the ones that are on like around the ocean or even in like 100, we go by kilometers, so miles or what have you. They're still going to
Right.
have issues, you know. But yeah, it's sad. And well, what they just did, like in Kylie's case, that's embarrassing for that department.
Oh,
35 minutes.
it definitely is. Why do you think? Why do you think the tomato was turning 50 shades of red?
Isn't that something? I
That's,
couldn't believe it redder and
I think
redder.
that's, yeah. I think that's what it was.
Mhm. I think you're
I mean,
right.
you really seen him go red whenever the reporter asked the question about how Adventures with Purpose was able to go out there and find her vehicle so quickly.
And
Oh,
35
oh,
minutes.
he really got heated over that one. He didn't like that.
No. Oh, because the water was up a little bit and oh my word, that water's pretty clear.
It is.
I mean, even I don't know, even with the soot or silt, I guess, even with the silt, in that drone footage, before the vehicle was being pulled out, it was very distinct that that vehicle was there.
I mean, the water was definitely a lot different than it is in Jolissa's case.
Oh, big
I mean,
time.
you look at that water that in the Avocado Lake there, where I mean, I'm guessing maybe that's why they call it Avocado Lake because it really did look avocado green.
Green, exactly. Yeah,
I'm wondering if that's where they got the name for it at
that could be.
because
Yeah,
it is so green and so dark.
yeah, yeah.
I mean
We've got it.
that situation, is a totally different ball game trying to find somebody that's in that.
Oh, yeah, they were saying that the plants in the water were up to 4 feet high.
Yeah,
That's difficult to find somebody in, you know? But you know what? I
it-
honestly believe if they cleared that lake, they cleared that lake.
right. I mean, and then now they can move on to that. Now that Pine Flat area is probably going to take them a lot longer to clear that.
So
That's going to be a
that lake
lot.
is quite a
It's
bit
bigger.
bigger.
It's bigger, and with it being right there connected to that dam, it's going to have a lot more strong current. They're going to be facing some obstacles there.
Oh, they are. Jared's
Yeah,
really good at those kind of dives.
yeah, they're really going to be facing some obstacles there. I don't think when they go over that one, I'm fairly certain they're not going to put anybody actually in the water unless they sonar it first and believe there's something down there.
Yeah, and see if I mean maybe it's maybe they can still try and get that magnet on it.
Yeah, I mean they could they can definitely do that. They have a lot of really really awesome equipment and a lot of
They
resources
do.
that they use.
Do you remember when they first came out and they had that little trailer and they
Yeah,
were
they
just
had they had the one little boat and the little like fishing sonar thing. But hey, they were still doing good stuff even with that.
that's it. They
E- Even
were.
even with the bare minimum of technology, they were still doing really awesome work.
And the donations that just came in for Kylie's case, and I mean, they deserve every single donation they get.
Yeah, I mean, and that's
Now they're getting instead they're not going out and buying houses and stuff. They're
no,
buying better equipment so now that they
yeah,
can recognize metal under there.
Right. I mean, that's all going to get put back into,
Back
helping
into
to search for other people.
yeah.
I mean,
There-
and that's the way it should be, paying it forward and using that for, to go do
100
great things for other people.
100%. Yeah. No, they're just very admirable. And I do believe they have started some like not started, but they've helped a couple other smaller groups get their setups, trained them on their setups. I think there's a couple in Florida, a husband and wife team that they kind of got set up, and every once in a while they call them in and they still come in and help with I think their boat's bigger was the thing.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
I always thought maybe that, like, they could get with different search groups like that, and maybe law enforcement could, learn something from them, get some training from them,
exactly, even if it's that well they're there,
Right.
even if it's not past the time that they're get somebody out there with them and learn what they're doing, learn how to read their equipment and what the equipment is. Sometimes they're in these areas 2 or 3 days. Send your water guy out with these people. I'm sure they would do it.
Right.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Ellie should be open-minded. Yeah. I just, I like the idea that they don't work with Ellie. Only reason being is they don't have the paperwork, but they can still work with them. I think they're better at not working under their blanket. They're able to, just avoid some of that red tape. And if they can get some of the law enforcement involved, they can work together and do amazing things. Hi, Radio Gods. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be a good idea for them to be working together and trying to help these other law enforcements.
Hmm.
So what do you think if they clear these other two waterways
Hmm.
and she's not in there? What direction does that leave law enforcement to go in then?
Well, I think they're going to, in my mind, I think they're going to have to start looking at some of these cameras if it's not too late. Like, I don't
mean,
believe. Mhm.
I definitely think they have camera footage that they're not sharing with the public.
Absolutely. Well, we know that they've
But
got that one of her coming back. So if they've got one, how do they not have more?
oh, I'm sure they do. It's just that they're not going to release that.
Yeah. Which is fair enough. But it would be nice if they kind of gave us a time of the last sighting. So the people that are really good at this type of research can maybe start finding out on their own and help a little bit, Like I think the power of the internet is not appreciated enough. I mean, there's a lot of really great people out there that are willing to help, have the skills. I think I'm dark.
Radio gods. You're late.
What?
We're gonna need you to quit being late.
What are you doing, CJ? Hello?
You cannot see a Vaughan for your late pass because she is not here. But you were just late.
Okay.
Quit
Just,
being late. But we
okay.
still love you.
I love you too. What the heck?
We love you, radio gods.
Oh my goodness. I enjoyed that.
Now quit being late.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was funny.
I was.
If you can't laugh at yourself, you know. It happens.
Oh,
Totally
true
don't know what happened there. I think I got a ghost.
story.
I'm in trouble.
Oh my word.
Somebody call Ghostbusters. We got problems.
Oh my word. So what do you think if she's not in these waterways? What's your thoughts?
Honestly, if she's not in the water, I don't know what other direction they're gonna have to go in.
Yeah.
I mean, if her phone last pinged over there by that avocado lake,
Hmm.
that doesn't necessarily mean that that's where she ended up. That could
Exactly.
just be where her phone was shut off at.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So
Or
if
thrown
something
out a
happened
window.
to
I
her
don't
up
know.
there,
Hmm.
she could have been taken from that area somewhere else.
Exactly. So how do you feel about different cameras catching her?
Hang on.
Hmm.
Not gonna move back there. Okay, that's better. I don't know. See, that's the thing that I'm wondering. Like, I know they said they've got her on at least one other camera going back toward that Avocado Lake area,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
they've not told us if they've seen her car at any point in any other area.
Right. And to me, they would almost have to, wouldn't they? Regardless of which direction they went, wouldn't they pretty much have to catch her somewhere?
See, I don't know. I mean, possibly there are areas that don't have like traffic cameras or maybe back roads type thing.
Right.
If somebody's, somebody that lives there, somebody that is familiar with all the ins and outs of the area,
Hmm.
they would be able to avoid like business areas, traffic cameras, that kind of thing to not
Hmm.
be seen.
Yeah. Well said. I agree.
But I
I agree.
also know that if you go on the other side of Avocado Lake, not the Pydra Road that we were looking at,
Yep. But
but
the one that went around the back.
yes, it's what is it, Trimmer something street.
I think so. Yep. Yep.
If you go back out that way,
Hmm.
it runs still alongside the Avocado Lake, Pine Flats, and all of that. But back up in there is areas where there's orchards, there's ponds, there's barns, you know,
Yes.
there's a lot of different little areas back in there.
Yes.
I
Yes.
mean,
And
that would possibly still keep her phone pinging in that same area, but it's in the opposite direction of the lake. It's a little further out.
yeah, it's across the lake basically a bit. Am I thinking of the right area?
Yeah,
Opposite, yeah.
instead of being on the right side, it's on the left side of the lake and it goes back away from it.
You betcha. Okay. Yeah.
So
Well, I hope that the police are also doing adventures with purposes there. I really hope that the police are continuing on looking at other avenues.
right. I really wish they would do another press conference. Do
Yeah.
another press conference or maybe have a news outlet that is out there just to see what the police presence looks like right now
Yeah.
while they're out there.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
Doug should be out there with his drone.
I'd be curious to see if they've got if they've got police out there in the area just searching on their own or just waiting around to see.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. I'd be curious to know.
Yeah,
I'd be very curious to know what they're doing out there at this time, if anything?
I'm probably thinking that once Adventures with Purpose gets their stuff wrapped up and gets done, then we're going to get another press conference. That's probably what they're waiting on.
Okay. Because wasn't that last one their very first press conference?
Yes.
Yeah. That's sad all on its own.
Yeah, that was their very first press conference that they waited to the last minute to even tell the family they were doing one.
Yeah. Yeah. It amazes me how piss poor these agencies are at talking to the families.
Millerton Lake, yes, that's the other one.
Millerton.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the other one that AWP is going to go look at.
That was okay.
They're going to do the Pine Flats, and then they're going to go to Millerton.
Is the Millerton one again the one that we looked at that was at the far left again? Like if you went up that back way from Avocado and then just okay,
Yes,
yeah. And I think that's where all of those ponds are as well.
Yes, there's a lot of different ponds up in that area.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm wrong. Hold on here. Millerton Lake is the one that's going out. If you take that left going west from the ANPM.
Right.
So no, it's not over by Avocado.
Okay. That was different. That's where those ponds were then, I'm assuming.
Let me pull it back up. I want to make sure I'm giving you the right information here. There we go. See if you can put that up there.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
This is that gas station. And when she left and took that left going this way, Millerton Lake is way up here. It's about an hour out.
Oh.
Millerton Lake is the one that's way up here.
Okay.
Your Avocado Lake is going to be, let's see. Avocado is going to be back in the opposite direction going that way.
So that, I mean, I don't know how likely that would be. But I mean, who knows if they're sketched out people.
Yeah, see, there's Millerton up here.
Okay.
And then Avocado and
Pine
Flats way
Flats.
down here. It's down in this area.
Right. And we looked basically at the King River and there wasn't either access or it wasn't really deep, right?
Yeah, the King River where it runs alongside the road is not, it's not very deep. If her car were to go off in there, you would be able to see it.
Exactly. And the canals are pretty much empty, so that's not a concern. I wonder, like, okay, if
the cell tower. Yeah, they're asking about the cell towers. The cell towers that her phone last pinged off of are roughly. There's one like roughly right in here, and then there's one back up on this side over in here.
Okay.
So it's got to be one of those two towers that would ping for the same area.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So that's why they're thinking that she's in this Avocado or Pine Flat area. But like I said, just because her phone pings there doesn't mean she's there.
Absolutely.
Somebody could have took her phone out there and tossed it, and that's the reason for them getting that.
Do you know if there's any mines or anything in this area?
Not that I'm aware of. This This is more like your like orchard areas, like your avocado orchards, your
Okay.
like farmland type thing.
Okay. So if it's not water, it's all of a sudden going to leave a lot of things open.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like where do you go from there? Like
Yeah.
Trimmer Springs, that's the name of this road.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But yeah, Trimmer Springs Road comes right along Kings River here.
Mm-hmm.
It goes up and all the way around. But if you take it back out up into here, I've been told there are several different areas up in here where there's ponds, there's orchards, there's barns, there's all kind of different possibilities back out that way. There's some kind of business or something there. Yeah, it looks like a business.
Yeah.
Let's see what it is. No, it's not showing that it's a business. It's just showing that it's empty land. Okay.
But they're going to have cattle ponds and all of that stuff around it there as well, I suppose.
Right. There's a lot of different possibilities. See, there's one. There's a pond there.
Yeah.
There's one there. There's one there.
Yeah.
Meadow Lakes Pond.
And those are usually pretty deep.
Looks like water there too. It's not labeled, but
yeah, it does look like water.
In there. See, there's a lot of different little ponds back up in that area. KGPE-TV. Huh.
Yeah.
It's a TV transmit station.
Oh, isn't that something?
That's interesting.
Totally.
But yeah, there's a lot of different little areas of water and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
I was going to say, what is that blue? It's a house.
Yeah, this one's a little bit, because everybody liked this girl. She wasn't somebody that was living a high-risk lifestyle, that's for sure.
No, I mean, that's what I can't figure out. Like, I've not been able to find anybody that, had an issue with her that would rise to the level of they wanted to harm her. Like,
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I can't think of anybody. I mean, the only thing I could possibly figure out is that not only do we need to know who her close circle of friends are, the friends that she would call on to go hang out with and smoke with and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We need to look into we don't even know, are there any RSOs in the area? Are there things like that? I mean, that may come into play too.
I would still like to find out a little bit more about that guy at the AM/PM too, because I have heard he's a little bit sketchy. And I mean, I'm not saying he's done anything, but I wouldn't mind finding out what he's all about.
Yeah. Radio Gods, yeah. Avocado Lake and Pine Flats Lake area is where her phone last pinged.
Yeah, kind of in the middle, basically.
Right.
And again, there was no reason for her to be out there. Yeah, Christine, her friend was murdered last year. And I think it's the second friend that's been murdered. Is that not the case?
She had one friend that was murdered in 2019.
Wow.
He was murdered in, I believe, February of 2019. And I've not been able to confirm the second one yet. I'm still working on that. I have a first name, but nothing else, and it's kind of hard to look somebody up if you only have their first name.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to do some more digging and see what I can find on that one. But
on that. So the one that we do know, it was a fellow, wasn't it?
Yes, he was murdered in 2019 at his apartment complex. It was actually a double homicide. It was him
Oh,
and another friend of his.
oh,
They were both killed at the same time in
home invasion
2019.
or
That I don't think so, because if I remember correctly, they were actually both found like in the courtyard of their apartment complex. They weren't actually inside the apartment.
did they
They
catch
they were
anyone?
no
No.
no they've not arrested anybody for that. They, as far as I can tell, they have no leads on that. That one is going nowhere fast.
Oh my goodness. That's a little bit scary for anyone that would be
Yeah.
knowing him, because right away you're going to be looking at your group.
So, I mean, that was one thing that did cross my mind. Okay, like she's got on her Facebook page, there's some comments that she made, about, wanting answers and, justice for her friend. And I totally understand that.
Right. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if she was trying to dig into this on her own,
Mm-hmm.
if she was asking questions, is it
Yes.
possible that she asked the wrong questions to the wrong people and somebody would have came after her?
You know what? That's
But
very possible.
it to me it's possible, but we have no indication of that,
Right.
because the
Right.
family says, as far as they know, everybody was cool with her. She had no enemies, no nothing.
Have you found anything on those two guys that were at the party? Wasn't there two guys that nobody really knew? Or is that just talk?
Say that again. You froze up for a second.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
Wasn't there two guys that nobody was overly familiar with at that get together at her friend's house? Or is
It, it was something about two people's boyfriends that showed up, but I don't know who those people are. I mean,
Mhm.
that's one of those things that we don't have that information.
Because they would be interesting, wouldn't they? To find out a little bit about those two. What I can't figure, it really seemed to me like there was somebody in that vehicle. So between her grandmother's house and the store, which is really close, who got into her vehicle?
Shaver Lake, Mickey said. Shaver Lake is another area, another source of water between Millerton and Avocado Lake, the cell tower between.
Oh, okay.
That's
Very
that
in,
that's good. That's a good one too. Thank you. Yeah, that may be something they need to look into that area too, possibly.
absolutely. Absolutely. I'll be
We can
interested to mhm.
we can definitely will. I would definitely pass that on to the family and the people that are out there, and see if they can get them to go up there and look at that.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's
Absolutely.
worth a shot. If Adventures of Purpose has got time to go up there and do it, it would be worth a shot.
And
At least for them to go up there and look at it, and just see what they think about it.
yeah, absolutely. And they're pretty good at their mapping and getting everything kind of ready before they head out. So, yeah,
Right.
it'd be nice to be able to pass that on and maybe if they haven't got it, add it to their lists.
Right. Yeah, Christine. She went to her grandmother's. She picked up her backpack purse. I think that's where people are getting it confused. It was not an actual backpack like you would pack things into.
Hmm.
It's just one of the little tiny purse. It's a backpack purse.
Hmm. So
She
probably no extra clothes or anything.
no, she picked up that. I mean, for what her sister said and her family, I mean, her little purse only has, like, her typical stuff you carry in a purse, your money, your wallet, things like that.
Right. So
And then she went to the gas station, and then after that, it's kind of up in the air as to what happened.
does that mean she picked up a Michael Kors purse and cash? I'm just wondering the MK. I like MK. I'm wondering what, like, and if she's going out at like 4 in the morning, why does she want to take like an expensive purse like that?
I don't know. I mean, when we seen in the video where she was going into the store, she didn't carry her purse with her.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I also would be
Hmm.
curious to know, like, that the card that she used at the gas station.
That's the thing. Like they're
Mhm.
talking that was not her card, that there was no movement on her bank account. So I'm really curious about that as well.
Yeah, but when they said no transactions on her bank account, I'm wondering if they meant after that. I mean, because they really didn't elaborate. They just said there's been no transactions on her bank account.
Right.
So could that mean there's been nothing since she was at left the gas station? Or does that mean there was nothing at all for that entire morning?
Exactly. Exactly.
Because
Yes.
if there was nothing at all for that entire morning, then I'm wondering what kind of card she used.
Mm-hmm. Or
It
and
wasn't
whose
her
card?
bank card.
And whose card? Like if there's a couple
Right.
people in the, and I don't have any cash on me. Here, use my card. My pin's blah blah blah.
Right.
Or if
So
it's tap, it's not even a big.
but no,
Yeah.
she actually put it in the chip reader. You could see
Okay.
because it paused there for a second that she put it in the chip reader. So
Okay. Okay.
definitely, whatever card it was, the store's going to have that information.
Exactly.
They're going to have a copy of that receipt, and they can pull that and find out what kind of card that was and if it has a name attached to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
Which I'm
Good call.
sure again they've probably done that, but that's one of those things they're not going to tell us about. So
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. And yeah, I mean that would give a couple answers, as if possibly there was someone else in her vehicle with her.
yeah, I don't know about PayPal or Venmo. I don't really know.
Yeah, I didn't know you could get PayPal cards.
Yeah, you can.
Can you? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know about Venmo. I mean, you can get a PayPal debit card and a Cash App debit card.
Oh wow. Okay. Do you know Canada does not have Cash App?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Nothing. We got PayPal.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. I just assumed it would be everywhere.
So did I. Yeah. No, it was a no-go. Yeah, somebody wanted to pay me for some work that I did for him, and he's, well, I only accept this. And I'm like, well, okay, it was a freebie for you. Yeah, I'm not sending it PayPal. Okay. You can probably guess who that was.
Right.
Yes,
Yes,
that's a,
yeah, the way she opened her car door, that's strange too. But wouldn't you
yes.
pay with cash if you had it or change in your car? That's true too. That's true
Yeah.
too, because I mean, we didn't really see from the video like what particular kind of like cigar or whatever she bought.
Right.
But if you're just buying a single, they're not that expensive. I mean, I know they're not around here.
So I don't know if they're like Canada's, but with ours, it's just the rolling paper, right? For the cone.
No, they're actual like cigars, and you have to split them and dump them yourself. And
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay, huh?
you got to do it the old school way. You got to you got to actually put some work into
it. Yeah, ours come pre-packed, or you can pack them at home.
Yeah,
It
radio guys.
blows me away
That's what
how,
I'm saying. You can buy a pack of them that's got like 2 or 3 in there for like 99 cents.
oh, well, good Lord. Yeah, yeah. I think if they would
Exactly,
let
Christine. The Swisher Sweets. That's exactly what it is. The Swisher Sweets, the White Owls, all that stuff. You know.
Yeah. like just fingers slipped on the handle or something and almost annoyingly swung the door. She did look irritated, I thought, or
She did.
agitated. Yeah.
She definitely did.
And unless there was someone in the vehicle, she didn't really have a reason to be in that type of mood.
Yeah, I mean, unless she was just aggravated that she couldn't find nobody to smoke with, and she really desperately needed to smoke to calm herself down. I mean, I guess that would aggravate you. Possibly.
Yeah, it
But then
could.
there was that whole little argument thing with the friend at the little get together earlier in the night.
And that didn't sound overly serious, did it? Didn't it sound like a...
No,
Yeah.
no, it didn't.
Yeah.
From what I understand, she was there. She was hanging out with her friend.
Hmm.
When she came in the door, her friend was like, "You slammed the door. You shut the door too hard. You're going to wake up the people. People in the house.
Oh.
You need to be more quiet."
Okay. Yeah, it's not a big deal.
I mean, I don't know at what point that happened though,
Right.
because if
Doesn't-
that happened as soon as she got to this little get together, as soon as she got to her friend's house, then it
Mhm.
must not have been a big deal for her to continue to stay there till like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right. Exactly.
But if it
Exactly.
happened later in the night, maybe she went out to her car for something and then came back in, and that's whenever the little, argument or whatever you want to call it over the door thing happened.
Right.
Then I could see her leaving, being kind of irritated or something, maybe.
Colt 45 and 2 zigzags.
Exactly, Radio Gods. Now that's my kind of party, right?
Right. Oh my goodness. You see, and for me, I'm
road trip to Radio God's house. Let's go.
right.
Here we
Right.
go. Let's go. Fire up the bus.
Directions. I'll post the directions.
Who's going to drive and who's going to navigate? Let's go. We're going to need a driver, a navigator, a DJ, and somebody better bring snacks.
Right.
Oh, forget it. Don't bother packing snacks. We'll just stop by the gas station to pick them up over there. Just saying.
You see, I've smoked pot for 40 years now, literally over 40 years. Yeah, long time. And I prefer to smoke alone. I really do.
Well,
I don't.
Yeah.
I do, I mean, if someone's around that I know is a smoker, of course I'm going to share. It's just polite.
I was going to say, if you smoke alone, it lasts longer.
It does. And nobody leaves their like slobbery, gooky stuff on. They go, ugh. But yeah,
exactly.
I mean,
Don't be wet lipping the roll. Now, come on.
No,
Don't do it.
No, don't do it. And I just do like, I've usually got different than what I would, because of my fibro. I've got
that's going to be the next hit song.
That is. I
prefer spoke alone. I spoke alone. Right. Everywhere I go, I smoke alone. There you go. That's going to be the next hit song.
Doesn't George Thorogood sing a song awfully close to that?
Oh, yeah,
I drink alone.
I don't know. Is it I
Duck
walk
lips.
alone? No. The song is "I Walk Alone," right?
From George Thorogood.
I don't know who sings it. Hey, my brain is my brain is like a 1985 computer, a 1995 computer. Okay, I got about 20 different tabs open. One of them's playing music, and I don't know where it's coming from. All right, that's it. Pretty much.
Oh, you cracked me up.
There's music in there, and I don't know I just know the words. That's it.
Right.
Just like an old 90s window computer, just don't even know what's going on. It's in there.
Floppies all over the place.
It's everywhere. Music's always playing. Can't help it.
Fair enough.
Basically, it's not the fault.
Drown out the rest of that stuff. Oh, goodness. So I think where we're at, I don't know. How do you feel like?
It's two different songs. Okay. Well, I told you I don't know where it's coming from. It's just there. Dang it, Radio God.
You have to use. So
I said let's get on the center bus, not throw me on it. Okay. I said everybody hop on the center bus, but don't run me over with it. No problem.
I've smoked weed many times before, but I can't stand how slow everything moves. Yeah, that happens when you're not a seasoned veteran. I remember when I first started.
You got the wrong stuff. Like you need something a little different.
A little different. You see, I smoke because of my fibro. I smoke indica because what it does is it relaxes you and your muscles and everything else.
Right.
So, and that's just for what it does is it keeps me from taking all those heavy duty things that I want for backup later in life. I don't want opiates. I don't want narcotics. I just want to be able to function. But if I smoked sativa, it would wind me up. My muscles would get tense. I'd be all, so I don't go near that stuff. Yeah, I do what, but when I was a kid, it was like, what kind of pot do you have? Well, green. Like we didn't know what the hell. And nowadays, I mean, holy smokes.
That's what I'm saying. What happened to the good old days whenever it was just weed?
Right?
It didn't have, well, I guess technically some of it did have names. Like we gave it our own names.
I think you're right. Homegrown or not.
I mean, like you'd be like, hey, you got the good, is it the good or is it the good?
Right. And when you first start,
is it red? Is it purple? Is it good?
Does it smell like dirt? Yeah, I don't want it.
Or just the basic with seeds or without.
Right.
That was it. That was it.
Oh my goodness.
Right?
I literally the
with
girls
seeds
at the
or without. Does it smell like a skunk walk? Does it smell like a skunk walk now?
Oh my goodness.
If it's Pepe Le Pew, you're gonna be okay, but
bring it on. The girls at the pot store here in town, I don't go very often, but I don't usually need refills for a while, but they literally, when I walk in the door, they hug me. I think I'm a good customer.
There you go. Get your weed and a hug.
Oh, they're just adorable. Yeah,
exactly,
come
Christine.
Hug me.
Exactly, Christine. Is it homegrown or is it shake?
Right?
You
ding dong bitch weed.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that nowadays. You can't ask somebody about shake because then they're going to think you're talking about shake and bake, and that's a totally different ballgame. You don't want that. That is not this. That is not this.
My younger brother came to stay with me. I was like 20 years ago or something now, and he's a heavy smoker. And he's like, well, do you have anything? I'm like, no, I don't. And I went to work. I came back and he is sicker than all get out on my couch. Well, he went through my cupboards and found my freaking catnip and smoked it, thinking I was holding out on him.
Hey, Doug, good to see you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Hey, Doug, definitely gonna have to change the title of this. Oh my word!
All the time,
Yeah.
right? Leave it to me.
Doug's girls
ruin
only.
everything. It's all downhill from here. We're all the way out left field. There's no hope for recovery.
Oh my
And
goodness!
Doug, you're extremely late. We're gonna need you to quit being late. The Vaughan is not here with the late passes, so you'll just have to be late. But we still love you.
Oh my goodness! My stomach's hurting. I'm in the corner. Oh my god. So this is what the girls have been up to when you haven't been around.
Oh,
This
Radio
is what we
Gods,
do.
are you now passing out the late passes? It's okay. You have permission to pass out the late passes.
Oh, yes,
have
you
no
do, Radio
authority
Gods. You just, yeah.
Pass the late passes, pass the bong, whatever, whatever works for you. It'll be okay.
Oh my goodness. Mhm. This is what happens when you let the girls out to play.
It's what happens when I figure out what all these buttons do on this soundboard. Y'all are in trouble now. We're all in trouble now.
Oh my word.
Basically, it's all downhill
Oh my goodness.
It is Friday. Apparently, we're getting our Friday started early. But, basically, it's not my fault.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. It's totally all my fault. You can blame me if you want to, but I'm going to be okay with that.
It'll be okay.
It's going to be okay.
Oh, Doug. Start spying at 10:30.
Spying on people, huh?
Oh.
I thought I was the only one that did that. Oh, whoops. Did I say that? Never mind. Mute that. I didn't say that. It wasn't me.
More like this.
Oh.
More.
You mean like this It's basically not my fault. Damn those helium balloons.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. This is good exercise for my abs. This is about all I get. Oh my word. Oh.
Transformers of the world, let's go.
Let's go. Oh my. It is. Oh my goodness. Oh.
It's like a workout all by itself, isn't it?
It really is.
Miss me with that.
Oh my. Oh, that's awesome. The-
The birds.
Oh my word. Dug ditches. Oh my word.
This is Bear Gardens of America. You're all going to hell. But bless your hearts, you're not going there.
Oh my word. Help me, Lord Jesus.
Vaughn, you're late. But you brought your own late pass. So we'll forgive you this time. Take a seat. We love you.
Oh my goodness. I want one of those. Oh my goodness.
If I'm fun with the late hoots. Glad you're here. I don't know who that is that keeps taking over my soundboard, but I like it.
Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh, she's funny.
This is not time for laughter. This is a serious situation.
I think we're having too much fun with this. Is there such thing as too much fun on a Friday afternoon?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think your dog is concerned about.
I think mine hid. Oh my goodness. Serious business. Business. Holy. Oh, good Lord. Oh my.
Ow!
Oh! That's a good one. Just that.
Oh my goodness.
Skating? No. See, I can't do that. I can't do skating. I fall enough on my own 2 feet. Don't put me on wheels. Put me
Oh,
on wheels. It's all over. It's
I
done.
I either had to run into the boards or lift my feet out and land on my tailbone. That was the only two ways I knew how to stop.
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
can't. I tried skating one time and I was like, nope, it's not for me.
No.
Yeah,
What about
good.
roller skating? Did you ever try that stuff?
No,
No. Do you guys get curling out there?
no.
No. Oh my God, it's like watching paint dry. I have no idea what the thing is about curling, but it's a Canadian thing that, yeah, it's literally paint drying. Clean up on
Oh,
aisle 5. think Doug ditched us a while back. Too many giggly girls.
Pretty much.
Oh, that was absolutely like great. You know, I don't find it disrespectful in any which way. We deal with some pretty heavy stuff, and there's nothing better than a little bit of laughter to kind of lift some of that. You know,
Definitely.
yeah. Damn, I want a soundboard.
It is fun. I like it.
Oh, that's awesome. That is too awesome. I like that baby voice.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Oh my.
So we should just do an entire live stream just talking like this.
I would watch it.
Yeah, it might be kind of hard for somebody to take us seriously, though.
Well, some people have issues. I don't know.
Or we could just be the voice of God. And we'll just do the entire thing like this. Yeah, that's definitely not gonna work. Nah, can't do it.
Can't do it.
Oh my.
All bad. Not gonna work. Not gonna work. The voice of God is not gonna work.
I think we
I don't
did,
know where that's
Alice.
He's probably thinking we're all about lost our last marble. And he's trying to figure out how he's going to call a 5150 in on every one of us right now.
I'm in a different country. I'm safe.
Bring on the man with the white coats and the hug me jacket. I'm ready to go.
I want rubber walls though, because I want to make
I want
do
my
a playing
jacket to
bouncy
sparkle,
ball.
so you better bedazzle it, or I'm not putting it on. And there's no need for the helmet this time because that's just ridiculous. Bedazzle
Tinfoil
my
hat?
jacket. Let me go.
Tinfoil hat?
Throw some Velcro on it, and I can throw my stuff to the wall and stick to it. Fun
Right.
time. But I'll go then. But until they make that a thing, I'm not going.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun? Oh no, well then you're stuck, I guess.
Yeah, but that sound it makes when you peel it off is real fun. I like that.
That's true. Kind of like popping bubbles. That bubble wrap.
Yeah, bubble wrap. Just put me in the corner with my bubble wrap, and I'll be good to go. I like it.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's awesome. I can actually talk like that with my grandchildren.
I'm just saying, bedazzle my straight jacket, put my name on it, and I'll go.
And I'll go.
I'll totally rock it. It'll be fine. Not worried about it.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly, Mickey. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If you got to restrain me, at least do it with some style.
Right? Absolutely. Absolutely. She does
So
have
tackling me and throwing me in the back of the car thing is so overrated. I'm over it. I'm going to do that again. 0 stars, don't recommend. Miss me with that.
I have, what is this? I have mirror issues and all those sounds actually irritate me. Oh shit. Oops.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, radio guys. I didn't know that.
No. I don't know. I guess there's, yeah. I have problems hearing things pop. Anything that might sound like a little bit like a gun, I don't like it.
Yeah, that's
I don't
hard.
like it. Yeah, it doesn't suit
I
me
don't
very
do
well.
with people raising their voices or loud noises.
Yeah, or yelling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No.
Yeah, nope. That makes me mad. That definitely affects the PTSD where I'm gonna get cranky if I hear a lot of someone yelling at another person, especially if the one person is aggressive and the other one is not. I don't
Yeah.
like bullies. I'm just not fussy on bullies.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it
guess.
doesn't matter if somebody's raising their voice and yelling, even if it's on like a TV show or something, I have to turn it off. I can't do it.
Can't do it. Yeah.
I can't do it. It'll send me into a panic attack and I can't breathe. I can't.
Yeah, that's you need oxygen. That's pretty important to us. So yeah, fair enough. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
just a little bit.
Hey?
Yeah, just tiny little bit, you know.
A little bit.
It's kind of up there near the top of the list, you know, just saying.
Right? Well, I'm thinking, I think we covered everything with both those cases and some.
Yeah, we definitely did. I think we did good, and I'm glad to see that they're getting Michael's face out there on the side of those trucks, and
yeah,
hopefully we can start seeing more of that. I think more companies need to be doing that.
I agree. Yeah, I agree 1,000%. Well, maybe when we're off here, if you're up to it, I'll have a chit chat with you and see if there's any way I can help you put some pressure or make some calls, do what we have to do.
Yeah, we could definitely get a plan together. I'm formulating a plan right now.
Okay.
See what we can get done, so.
Okay. Sounds great. Well, you know what, guys? Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I really, really appreciate it. It's been kind of like the last one. We ended up going in a bunch of different directions, talking about a bunch of different things, which is good. And we got a giggle in, which I love. If I can laugh, I'm a happy camper. You bet.
Thank you for letting me come on here and totally derail your show off into left field.
I adore you. Like, I just totally enjoy you.
That's what you can depend on me for. I will definitely send you straight into left field with no hope of return. What happens?
Oh, my kind of lady.
What can I say? Welcome to the shit show.
Right.
It's my life. It'll be okay. Basically, it's not my fault.
Thank you to the ladies who modded for me. I really appreciate you. Tons and tons and tons. And yeah, I'll talk to you afterwards and we'll see if we can't do this again.
All right. Thank you all for being here. Love y'all. Catch y'all later.
I'll catch you later. Thank you again. Much appreciated. Loved having you. Mwah.